any sign that his cover might be in jeopardy, and his safety along with it. Not that the Dallas assignment had been dangerous. Playing the fool during the day, pretending to be interested in whatever idiot TV show the other guys in data services had watched the evening before. Welch had been too busy probing the company's internal safeguards and network traps every night to watch shit. Even after he'd cracked their system and stripped the intel he'd been sent to get, he'd had to stick around for 2 more anxious weeks until the contract was up and he could do the "so sorry, got another offer" jig before catching the next plane. Now, with a thick roll in his pocket and 100 times that much money coming soon for a job well done, Welch had been more than ready to relax and enjoy his vacation in New Orleans. And if it weren't for the guy in the mask, he would be. He resented the man for spoiling his fun. Could be a mugger, he reflected as he sauntered down Toulouse, a scavenger who had flagged him for carrying cash earlier in the night. Welch felt he could handle a robber, or at least give the asshole the slip. He kept track of the people behind him as he strolled seemingly without care. Using the windows, car windshields, his phone screen to see if the man in the mask was on his tail. Welch turned one corner, then another. The guy didn't reappear. After 10 blocks of trolling without a bite, Welch shook his head in frustration. Twitchy. That's what he was. 3 months of guarding his every move and utterance had worn him raw. The booze and the humidity probably didn't help. Crossing paths with another tourist a few times didn't even qualify as unusual. Welch knew how the bon ton rolled around here. Everyone seeing the same sights, the same bars and their signature drinks from the guidebooks. Look, there was the cowgirl who'd smiled at him back on St. Pete. She was shimmying her way into a saloon with purple neon and fake Spanish moss on every wall. Hot Zydeco from a jukebox, not the sweet live stuff pulsed from the open doorway. Welch followed, sidestepping a voodoo crone and her sidewalk table strewn with cards and fetishes. The old woman's outstretched claw brushed Welch's wrist as he passed. He ignored her sales pitch disguised as an urgent plea. He'd make his own fortune, thank you very kindly. The cowgirl had disappeared into the crowd somehow. Welch looked for her while waiting in the crush at the bar for a replacement beverage. Something with rum and pineapple bits on a skewer. By the time he had the drink in his hand, he needed relief. He went looking for the men's room. The first door was the kitchen, and the second... Shit. He was outside. From the smell, plenty of dudes had made the same mistake and decided the alley would do just fine for their urgent appointment. The door had locked behind him. Welch edged around the dumpster and wandered toward the fence at the end of the alley. Had to be a gate somewhere. He heard the door to the bar open again and turned around. His eyes widened in recognition, and he began to return the warm smile an instant before a sound like a celery stalk snapping coincided with a massive blow to his chest. The drink dropped from his hand, the plastic cup bouncing and splashing pink rum over his shoes and shins. He tried to speak. There was no breath to carry the words. A second explosion of pain knocked him to his knees. Welch looked down toward the agony in his body, way down, sinking until he was lying on his side on the reeking bricks. Hands were going over him, through his pockets. His body shivered despite a warmth that had spread all down his chest and stomach. He heard steps running until they faded into the brass blare of the trumpeter on the street beyond. Kelvin Welch listened as the note rose, fell, smoothed into a drawn-out wail. Long time coming, this trip, he thought. He closed his eyes and let the music take him. 1. Van Shaw crouched in the shadows, as natural a home to him as the warm Gulf waters.